Such a sad sack. Dignity. Like suggesting to people that they can take ivermectin, a medicine sometimes used on people, but mostly on horses, yet not recommended for COVID by the FDA and CDC. Tucker has done that segment too. The problem is not Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's medical issues. It's that some of the most prominent voices on the far right, whether on Fox or on their podcasts, don't have the balls to tell you the truth. If you just get the vaccine, you're protected. That's it. If everybody gets on board, the pandemic can finally end. Don't forget, they have tough vaccine rules over at Fox News. Over 90% of its employees are vaccinated. 90%. As a company, Fox appears to be siding with Dr. Fauci over Mr. Ed. Have you noticed how sensitive some of these hosts get when you call them out? Welcome to the NFL, or in their case, the Kentucky Derby. It did get a little awkward for House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy when he was pressed on his own tweets slamming vaccine mandates.
I assume you also appreciate the point there are people who read your tweets who don't want to get vaccinated and say, right on, that's the right decision.
Yeah, and on. Don't mandate it, but go get vaccinated. I've been vaccinated, and I believe in it. I encourage you to do it.
But you appreciate what the mixed message that could reflect to certain people who are going to take away from what they want from a tweet like that, right?
No, the mixed message is right now of how you're delivering it.
What's the end result of all of this mixed messaging these days, especially on COVID? Unvaccinated people are dying. You've seen the stories this week and for weeks and weeks. Some people are leaving behind messages warning people to get vaccinated just before they die.
I shouldn't have waited. I think if you are even 70% sure that you want the vaccine, go get it. Don't wait.
If only reliable, trustworthy information about this pandemic could reach everybody. Instead, some big-name voices on the far right are peddling lies for profit. The same thing is happening to our democracy. The big lie is still with us. Here in D.C., Trump supporters held a rally, pathetic as it was, in support of what they call the political prisoners of January 6th. So much for the conspiracy theory that Antifa or the FBI was behind the insurrection. But these are not political prisoners we're talking about. They're insurrectionists. They're in jail for rioting, beating cops, and attempting to overturn an election. There used to be an expression, if you do the crime, you do the time. It's not if you do a coup, good for you. The insurrectionist in chief released a statement in support of the MAGA militia saying, quote, they're being persecuted so unfairly and our hearts and minds are with them. No, they're not. My heart and mind is not with them. Is yours? Maybe Marjorie Taylor Greene? I bet she's with them. Listen to what she told me over the summer.
They're being held, some of them in solitary confinement, almost 24 hours a day in the jails here.
But it turns out her office says no. She did not plan to attend the so-called Justice for J6 rally. What about Matt Gaetz? Surely he showed up today, right?
I have plans with my wife on September 18th. I guess I can break that news here with my good friend Joe Pags that I won't be attending that particular function.
Madison Cawthorn, he didn't go either. Josh Hawley, nope. No fist pump this time. If their hearts and minds were really with protesters on the mall today, surely they would have been there. Trump didn't go either. He was too busy trying to get revenge against the Republicans who voted to impeach him, like Congressman Anthony Gonzalez, who announced he's not running for re-election, but did describe Trump as a cancer. Trump is also attacking the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Mark Milley, for trying to prevent a coup after the election. Trump called Milley a nut job. Here's something interesting. Here's the truth. Trump lost. The vaccine works. You've heard me talk about how we live in two realities. Talked about it time and again. But check out these two scenes on the National Mall on this day. In front of the Capitol, dump trucks lined up in addition to the fencing to protect the Capitol from yet another riot. Thankfully, it didn't happen. By the Washington Monument, more than 670,000 white flags. You can go see them now. in memory of the people who died from COVID. If only the people could get the truth and not have to fight through so much disinformation. But there it is, plain as day, right there on our national mall. Our national mall that is supposed to fill us with pride, not shame. You could say on this day we live in one reality, the one where disinformation kills and keeps killing.